is happening, guys? Hope everyone is doing well. We are starting the day off on a good note. We actually woke up to a message from the shop notifying us that our heads are back from the machine shop. If you watched the last video, you would know that we actually went ahead and dropped off all of our new parts for the engine rebuild on my 07 STI. As well, we went and took a peek at our original EJ long block. They had started to kind of strip the motor apart, so they got a lot of the main pieces off. They had the timing belt off when I got there, and they had the headers off, the intake manifold off, oil pan, oil pickup, the valve covers. So this week they actually were able to get the heads separated, like they were mentioning. Terrence was back into the shop, so he helped with getting the heads separated. Today is Thursday, so they had the heads sent off on, I think it was Tuesday morning. So it took all of 3 days at the machine shop. So those are back, which means our original long block is now down in short block form. So we can kind of go compare our new IAG short block with our original factory short block. So that's what we're gonna go do, see the progress that they have completed so far. Yeah, get an update on everything. I think the plan is I'm heading there now. My dad, he's gonna meet me there because obviously he didn't get a chance to come with me last time. Tash actually joined me last time, so have a chance to check out the motor all torn apart before the things start getting put back together here. First things first, we need to stop and get a coffee. That is the most important thing. It's cool just to see the difference in the water jackets, the difference between the open deck and the closed deck on the new IAG short block. And then the new guy, you can see the difference with all the metal inserts in the deck. They've been filled in here. Very cool. So on this, they went ahead, they've installed the new oil pan, new Killer Bee oil pickup, and the new oil baffle. And you said you also added the extensions for the oil pickup. The new JDM 12mm oil pump. They also got this guy added on. I'm gonna ask, because you recommended specifically going with the JDM, the 12mm over the
10. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, correct.
More volume.
Correct.
Yeah.
The ARP head studs, which have been added. Tomei gaskets, and then the heads, which are now back from the machine shop.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. Like I was saying, they look brand new now. Because they would have had like all the buildup on them before too, right?
Correct. Yes.
So then everything kind of gets resurfaced, or?
Surface, yeah, even the valve seat. Nice shiny.
Yeah.
And so we will do the lap before we install it.
Okay.
One more extra step. So the new cut of the valve also.
Okay, so these are all our original
valve, yes.
Okay.
We tested that any move or any bend,
Yeah.
all within the spec.
Okay.
No problem.
So no issue with reutilizing our original valves.
Correct.
No need to upgrade.
No need to upgrade, and it keep all the original one.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to replace any.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So when we do the cylinder head for the crack test, pressure test, the leak test,
Okay.
and also we check the guide. All the sides are the same, not angles. It doesn't go move up and down.
Oh,
it's all
okay.
really
Okay.
nice, really nice.
Very cool. Yeah, it's crazy just how everything looks brand new now, hey?
Yes.
Wow.
And underneath is all the shin buckets with the oil springs.
Oh, Okay. And again, as far as all the springs and everything else.
I checked that.
Yeah.
It's all great.
Okay.
All good. Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Then we got our cams and everything.
And that's all good. The cams are clean and no
Yeah,
issues.
correct. Yes.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
So the problem with the engine, the original stock engine, it had overheated. So what do you think was the cause? What was the
It is the bearing. It's the bearing to make that. Yes.
Oh, okay.
main bearing?
Main bearing, correct.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
main bearing. I would believe the rod bearings go first, then now start the main bearings start going also.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it would-
Potentially that block has got issues. You
It's
said.
got issue, yes, but if someone's want to rebuild, it has to be changed, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And Kevin was mentioning that you guys noticed some metal,
On the oil.
and that would have been from most likely the bearings?
Correct. Correct.
Okay. But I got a short block for sale if anyone wants one.
So on the cylinder head, when we clean the surface, we take all the plugs out to clean all the pressure lines.
Okay.
Yes, and the oil fill lines.
Yeah, wow.
Right.
That's so cool.
No deposit.
It's just, you can see the difference.
And the pressure test would determine if there were a crack or no crack.
Yes. Also
Okay.
they can. Yes.
So we're sure there's no cracks in those.
Correct.
engines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now for the intake, you see how clean it is.
Do you guys ever do any porting of the intake or exhaust? Like, do you clean that up? Is there any value in that?
Porting always better.
Yeah.
Always better for the airflow.
Yeah.
For airflow. Yes.
So we would clean up the intake and exhaust ports. Right?
Correct.
And just make them smooth.
Correct. Yes.
Are you doing that?
And we are not doing the porting
Oh, okay.
for this situation for this time. Yes.
Should we consider that?
It's really up to you. I can always do the porting and smooth out. For the Subaru, this generation, it's still fine without the porting.
Okay.
But I always do that for my car. Always less
Friction, sure.
Yeah, frictions and deposit. They won't stick on the wall.
Right.
Yeah, the two. Yeah.
All right, guys, we are currently driving home in, I guess, like a hailstorm. Yeah, we had a nice chat with Terrence, and he gave us a good update. Everything on the engine is sounding good. Obviously, I got to figure out what I want to do with my old short block, because obviously I'm not going to be utilizing that moving forward. But yeah, everything sounds good. Everything sounds healthy. All the tests that were done, the leak down test and everything that was done on the heads, everything came back good. All the valves and the springs and everything are in good condition. Now Terrence can essentially work on putting the heads back together over the next week here, and we'll wait to hear back from him. Alrighty guys, we are back home. We were able to get a bunch more updates, see way more progress, and hopefully show you guys a bit more as far as what's happening, and hopefully it kind of connects the dots. I'm trying my best to document what I can. Obviously, I can't be in the shop while they're working. Thanks to, again, Kevin for taking a bunch of photos throughout this process. Hopefully the photos kind of show just like that really big jump between before and after. Like, it's insane how the heads look essentially brand new. The valves looked great. He said there was no bends or nothing and everything was in good condition. The springs as well. Everything's healthy, and yeah, now Terrence is obviously over the next week and a half, he's gonna start putting the heads back together. So obviously reseating the valves and getting everything, reinstalled basically. The new Tomei head gaskets will get added to that when they finally have the heads ready to go back on. Huge thanks to everyone at the shop, at TT Automotive. But yeah, things are coming together quickly, which blows my mind. But yeah, I'm trying to think what else I can fill you guys in on here. One thing I was gonna add was, as far as the original short block goes, so they also realized that there may be some small signs of metal shavings or particles that were found in the oil. And obviously we wouldn't know until they actually tear apart the short block, and that's not necessarily what we're going to do. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the short block, to be honest. I think it really just comes down to if somebody else, you know, wanted it and they were willing to tear it apart. I do know that the short block is going to need some more work, which is also kind of crazy because originally I was quoted just to basically tear my engine apart and put it back together. And looking back on things, I don't know if my short block would have been actually usable. So in the end, I guess it's probably a good thing that I went ahead and was prepared to just upgrade it, because yeah, it's gonna probably have to come apart anyways. So yeah, that's kind of an update on that. But one thing I was gonna say too, and just the littlest details that, you know, Terrence has informed me about, things that I would never know because I don't build engines. So when they went ahead and put the new ARP head studs into the new IAG short block, he was mentioning how even, like, I guess he had some sort of dial gauge to basically measure out the actual space that they have in each of the holes that the studs are going into in the short block. He had everything measured out where there was still a small air gap at the end of the head stud in the short block. And I guess his point with keeping that small amount of space at the end of the stud is to prevent the studs from bottoming out over time. I guess with just, you know, when you start to actually use the motor and with temperature changes and shifts. So he was mentioning how not only did they have just that perfect amount of space at the end of the stud, he also had everything within like 1 millimeter as far as the studs protruding out of the short block to where the heads would obviously mount onto. So as far as all the studs, he said they went on well into the short block, and he has everything lined up nicely. So just maybe a small random detail that I didn't even realize when it came to installing the studs. And yeah, I don't know if there's going to be other things that I look into when it comes time to actually getting the engine installed. I've mentioned in the past, I am using an OEM timing belt kit. I'm not planning to go with an aftermarket one. And then as far as anything else when it comes to installing the engine, I was briefly chatting to Terrence about engine mounts. And then I think the only other thing that I really wanted to talk about, and I'm going to talk about this actually in future videos, is the tuning of the car. So obviously when the engine gets reinstalled, we're going to need some sort of break-in tune on the car, which then leads us to having to figure out a tuner. And that I'm going to cover more in future videos. We're going to dive into all that stuff when we get there, which is actually going to happen way sooner than we expect. Things are coming along. I don't know. I think I'm starting to get too rambly now, so I don't want to like say too much here, but I think I kind of covered everything in this video. If there's anything I missed, I can fill it in, I guess, or hit me up in the comments, and I'm happy to get back to anyone. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, thumbs up is always appreciated. If you haven't subscribed and you want to stay notified when I post future videos, definitely hit the subscribe button. Yeah, I guess we'll catch you in the next video when we're either, I don't know what else we got going on. So we'll catch you in the next video, and yeah, take it easy.